downside to having a newsletter list is that you're going to end up in the spam inbox. Google and Yahoo made all of these changes that are starting February 2024. If you're sending, and so this is actually a pretty key piece for you. Ordinarily, I'd say do the email list before the website, but if you have a website, then you can be sending from @mommyonami.com. Now, starting in February 2024, if you are not sending from @mommyonami.com or some kind of verified domain, then your emails are going to go directly into the spam inbox. Everybody that is sending emails, I recommend going on Fiverr and getting somebody to update your DKIM and DMARC requirements. It's okay if that sounds like whoosh to you. Go on Fiverr, pay somebody $100 to make sure that your emails are being delivered. Yes, mommy. Thank you very much. This is a new requirement. Now, Google, I recommend signing up for like the TechCrunch email or something that will let you know, like, hey, these websites that you would never go on are making these adjustments that could seriously impact your business. Let's get these things cleaned up. So actually now things have changed. I used to tell people build your email first, then you can do website, but actually your emails are going to go into spam. Now here's the thing. Yes. I just got a text from my assistant saying that she put a timestamp on this. Yes, I won't even have to remember. Thank you. There's a lot that I didn't know about email lists that I really need to drop this for you guys right now. I had racked up like a pretty big email list. I had maybe 17,000 people on my newsletter list, which, I started with 200 people that I had emailed from I actually started with 12 people. And then I imported my Gmail contacts into it and just started blasting emails to anybody that had ever sent me an email even once in their life. But I had like 17,000 email subscribers because I always had really solid freebies that people had to sign up for my mailing list in order to get the freebie. Best way, or lead magnet, call it now. Easiest way to get people onto your newsletter list. Create a really good lead magnet, have them go that way. You can learn all about this in the 0 to 40K business strategy, which is on your business resources, but is also available on YouTube. Just look up Mommy Onami, 0 to 40K. Now, your email list doesn't really mean as much as your open rate means. So I had 17,000 people on my email list. I had about a 30% open rate. Now, the metric of how many people are on your email list is like the most important thing that you want to look at when it comes to launching a product. Let's say you have 50,000 followers on Instagram, 8,000 people on your newsletter list. When you're wondering how many people are going to buy this, you're not going to look at the 50,000 because that's just people on the sidewalk. What you're going to look at is the 8,000 on your newsletter list because that's the people in the slow lane. They already like you enough to go somewhere offline to hear from you more often in a more intimate setting. But if on the 8,000 person email list, your open rate is 20 to 30%, you are paying for every guest at your wedding and they don't want to be there or they're not getting your emails. Now, I didn't know this, but you have to clean your email list regularly, at least once a month. All of these people will be on your email list and they'll unsubscribe, and your email provider is not going to automatically remove them. So when you go and you look at your newsletter dashboard, they'll say you have 8,000 members on your email list and 3,000 of these are subscribers because 5,000 of these people unsubscribed and were never removed from your list, but you are still paying for them. This is fucked up. It gets worse when you have 5,000 people that have unsubscribed on your newsletter list and the bounce rate is high and the unopened rate is high. You get an online back of house reputation for having an email that's 30% popular, which means that Gmail stops allowing your emails to be seen on the front page. They say this email has a bad reputation, so let's make sure that other people don't see it. I was able to take my newsletter list from a 30% open rate to a 70% open rate, not from having better content. This is what I'm talking about in my workshop Fuck List. We're optimizing the work that you're already doing so that it can get you more revenue off the same amount of work. I didn't change how I was posting. I didn't post more consistently in my newsletter list. I didn't make clickier descriptions, even though I'm here to have clicky descriptions. It's my shock initiation channel, and you will learn about yours when we do fuck list together. But the only thing I changed was I started cleaning out my list, and my open rate became much higher. So now I have a 14,000 person newsletter list with a 70% open rate. This is good. If your open rate is below 50%, be concerned, be very concerned. Go in and clean up your newsletter list. If it's taking out all the people that have unsubscribed, so be it. If it's taking out people that have hardly ever opened or didn't open the last 5 campaigns, like, do it. And if you're like, ooh, how do I do this? It is really valuable when we do point 2 of the Enneagram, which is tools. Go and give yourself an hour to just tool around on the platform and see what it does. You're not there to write a newsletter list. You're not there to do anything else except for stalk the platform and see if it can do some of these jobs that you were hoping to accomplish. When you understand the limitations of the platform, the style of what you could create using that platform starts to come out. So give yourself space to research your platforms. This can be really fun. There's a great thing to do in a coffee shop. Sometimes even the activities that seem least exciting to you in the right environment can be perfect. It's not always easy to write in a coffee shop with people interrupting you, but to stalk a platform and watch YouTube videos about it at a coffee shop is super easy to do. And I love to people watch, and I love to dress up like a big slut and go sit in the middle of a coffee shop and have everybody look at me while I'm not looking at them. I'm here to be observed. So you'll learn if you're an observer or you're here to be observed when we do our human design workshop. But that's what I like. That's my shit. So give yourself time to go and research the platform. I have been wanting to get this information to you guys for so long. I can go and check this off of my Notion now because my video editor will clip this down into a clip that I can put on my YouTube or something else. And been waiting to get this to you guys forever. So clean your newsletter list and get yourself subscribed to some newsletter somewhere where you can keep up to speed on these changes that would impact the health of your business. When you have a good reputation for your open rate, Gmail will make sure that more people can see your emails, and 90% of people that are using email, except for the weird little Proton Mail people that are like, I'm not suspicious of anything at protonmail.com. Or no, if you're triggered, I'm sorry, but actually I'm here to trigger people. So it's that shock initiation channel, you guys, the channel of the shaman priestess. I have it. Grimes has it. It's what we do. So, so that's that.